Oh my days. Oh my days. I did not know there were so many, I don't know, Frank Darabont, Stephen King. I don't know who you lot are. I didn't know there were so many of you who love The Green Mile that much. You lot came out of nowhere. I'm glad I had good things to say about that movie because you lot would have beaten me up if I said some negative things about that film. You know what's so funny? I had already recorded a reaction to The Notebook. And that was actually the video that was supposed to be coming out today until you lot swarmed that The Green Mile reaction. By the way, thank you to everyone that subscribed and liked and commented. Love. But yeah, I'm like, well, I have to record. I was planning on reacting to the Shawshank Redemption anyway, but you lot have just forced my hand. I have no choice. The Notebook is getting pushed back. You know what's interesting about this film? I watched part of it a long time ago. When people ask me, have you seen the Shawshank Redemption? And I'm just like, yeah, I've seen it. Because I mean, this is what I know about this film. It's about a prison break. Black dude is in it. The ancient guy. Evan Almighty, Bruce Almighty, Seven. What's his name? Nah, this is disrespectful. Let me find out his name. Morgan Freeman. First of all, mentioning Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty for Morgan Freeman is pretty outrageous from me. I could have at least said The Dark Knight. I remember he's in it. That's about it. I watched the first 10 minutes and I fell asleep. Not because of the I know there's a lot of you. Not because of the quality of the film. I watched it when I was much younger. I was just watching it for watching sake because people used to say this was the greatest film of all time. But I don't think I really cared about film and TV at the time that I was watching this. So I just watched it to say I'd watched it, but I watched 10 minutes and literally fell asleep. I'm not expecting to be as shocked as I was in The Green Mile. I'm not expecting any fantasy elements, but it's Stephen King. So I truly, I don't know what to expect. If the main character turns into a rhino, I think I'm more prepared to deal with that. I'm not expecting that to happen. Once again, guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Let's go. Hey, I don't know who Tim Robbins is. Should I? I don't even know what. Whoa, voice crack. I don't know. I don't know what year this film came out. Let me check that quickly. Clancy Brown. $1994. Damn. So 5 years before.
Mr. Dufresne, describe the confrontation you had with your wife the night that she was murdered.
It was very bitter. She said she was glad I knew, that she hated all the sneaking around.
Oh my.
She said she wanted a divorce in Reno.
What was your response?
He looks familiar.
She packed a bag. She packed a bag to go and stay with Mr. Quentin.
Damn.
Golf pro at the Snowden Hills Country Club. The man you had recently discovered was your wife's lover.
Went to a few bars first. Later, I drove to his house to confront them. They weren't home, so I parked in the turnout and waited.
Right, that's where we are now.
I think mostly I wanted to scare them.
When they arrived, you went up to the house and murdered them.
No, I was sobering up. I got back in the car and I drove home to sleep it off. Along the way, I stopped and I threw my gun into the Royal River. I feel I've been very clear on this point.
Well, where I get hazy is where the cleaning woman shows up the following morning and finds your wife in bed with her lover riddled with .38 caliber bullets.
Oh.
You still maintain that you threw your gun into the river before the murders took place. That's very convenient. The police dragged that river for 3 days and nary a gun was found. So there could be no comparison made between your gun and the bullets taken from the blood-stained corpses of the victims.
Since I am innocent of this crime, sir, I find it decidedly inconvenient that the gun was never found.
Another crime drama or another mystery to be solved. Did John Coffey do it? No. Did John, what's his name? Dufresne? Is it John? Did I just make that up? Did Mr. Dufresne do it?
We have the accused at the scene of the crime. We have footprints, tire tracks. We have bullets strewn on the ground which bear his fingerprints, a broken bourbon bottle. And most of all, we have a beautiful young woman and her lover lying dead in each other's arms. They had sinned. But was their crime so great as to merit a death sentence? A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. This was not a hot-blooded crime of passion. That at least could be understood, if not condoned. 4 bullets per victim. Not 6 shots fired, but 8. That means he
the gun
fired
emptied.
the gun empty and then stopped to extra bullet per lover. Right in the head.
Strike me as a particularly icy and remorseless man, Mr. Dufresne. It chills my blood just to look at you.
I don't get that vibe.
Arrested me by the state of Maine. I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back.
Yee.
1 for each of your victims. So be it.
We see by your file you've served 20 years of a life sentence.
Damn.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. I learned my lesson. I can honestly say that I'm a changed man. I'm no longer a danger to society. That's God's honest truth.
Ouch.
There must be a con like me in every prison.
Oh, narration.
I'm the guy who can get it for you. Cigarettes, a bag of reefer, if that's your thing.
I was going to ask why he's so respected.
So when Andy Dufresne came to me in 1949,
Dufresne,
and
I
asked
call
me
him
to smuggle
Dufresne.
Rita Hayworth into the prison for him, I told him, no problem.
Rita Hayworth? Love me and Ariel shot me.
On the outside, he'd been vice president of a large Portland bank. Good work for a man as young as he was.
This prison looks... maybe I'm being ignorant, but it doesn't look like an American prison to me. It looks like a... I don't know. Somewhere within Europe. Maybe it's just the architecture.
You speak English, buttsteak? You follow this officer.
God forbid I ever go to prison. I don't want to be welcomed. What the hell?
All right, who's your horse?
That little sack of shit. 8. 8 from the front. He'll be first.
Oh, bullshit.
First to do what?
The chubby fat ass there, the 5th one from the front. Put me down for quarter deck.
Oh, no.
Didn't think much of Andy the first time I laid eyes on him. Looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over. That was my first impression of the man.
Tall drink of water with a silver spoon up his ass.
That guy? Never happened.
10 cigarettes.
What are they betting on? First to do what?
Turn to the right. Eyes front.
Mr. Hadley, he's captain of the guards. I'm Mr. Norton, the warden. You are convicted felons.
The cross on his suit is an interesting detail.
Any questions?
When do we eat?
I would have asked the same question. I ain't gonna lie. Bruh.
You eat when we say you eat. You shit when we say you shit, and you piss when we say you piss. On your feet.
I believe in 2 things. Discipline and the Bible.
Oh, there you go.
Put your trust in the Lord. Your ass belongs to me. Welcome to Shawshank.
That's not a verse in the Bible. You say you got any questions, I ask a question and you rough me. You start shouting and then you punch. What's the problem?
Move out of the cage, go to your left, pick up your clothes and Bible. Next man up.
Oh, faith is going to be a key part in this movie.
When they put you in that cell, when those bars slam home, that's when you know it's for real. Old life blown away in the blink of an eye. Nothing left but all the time in the world.
Oh, I thought they were going to be cellmates.
Most new fish come close to madness the first night. Somebody always breaks down crying. Happens every time. The only question is, who's it gonna be?
Right. Now I understand why he chose him. I would have chosen him first because he doesn't seem prepared. He seems the most innocent to me. Like currently, I do not believe he did what they said he did. I wonder what he did. Morgan Freeman, or Red, sorry. I don't know if it said it on the paper, but... Is this Shawshank or is it Arkham?
Talk to me, boy.
Oh, maybe he's more innocent than...
When you're there, I can hear you breathing. I know you listen to these nitwits, you hear me? This place ain't so bad. Tell you what, I'll introduce you around, make you feel right at home. You know, a couple of big old bull queers that just love to make your acquaintance. Especially that big white mushy butt of yours.
I don't belong here. We have a winner. I want to go home.
And it's fat ass by a nose.
I want to go home. I want my mother. I had your mother. She wasn't that great.
Oh.
You gotta let me out of here.
What is your malfunction, you fat barrel of monkey spunk?
Oh my goodness me. I knew I was going to hate this guy.
Please, man, shut up. It's been a mistake. You don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here.
Open that cell.
Me neither.
I'm surprised they each got their own cell. It's a bit of a luxury. Oh my gosh. We've got our new Percy, guys. No, you know what? Percy wouldn't even have the guts to do all of this.
If I hear so much as a mouse fart in here the rest of the night, I swear by God and Sonny Jesus, you will all visit the infirmary. Every last motherfucker in here.
You haven't got that much space.
3 south, clear. 1 north. Tier 1 south, clear.
Tier 4 south, clear.
He's coping pretty well. No way.
Are you going to eat that?
Hadn't planned on it.
Do you mind?
What? You think it's protein? No, don't
That's
please.
nice and ripe.
No. Phew! Oh my days.
Jake says thank you. Fell out of his nest over by the plate shop. I'm gonna look after him until he's big enough to fly.
Is this the Mr. Jingles of this film?
Hey, Tyrell, you pulling infirmary duty this week? How's that horse of mine doing anyway?
Dead? Hadley busted his head up pretty good. Doc had already gone home for the night. Poor bastard laid there till this morning. By then, hell, it wasn't nothing we could do.
Whoa.
What was his name?
Fuck do you care, new fish?
I'm not a
Fucking
fan of this
matter
guy.
what his name was. He's dead.
Yeah, and you were part of the reason why he's dead. You pushed him over the line, which got him to get beaten up. All because you wanted cigarettes. Who's this one?
Hey, anybody come at you yet? Anybody get to you yet? I could be a friend to you. Hard to get.
No, I think he's vegan.
I'm Andy Dufresne.
Wife-killing banker. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
Everybody in here is innocent. Did you know that? Haywood, what you in here for?
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
Hayward is in my bad books.
I understand you're a man that knows how to get things. I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
What?
So I'm a rock hound. At least I was in my old life. I'd like to be again on a limited basis.
Or maybe you'd like to sink your toe into somebody's skull.
I have no enemies here.
No? Wait a while. Sisters have taken quite a liking to you. Especially Boggs.
The sisters?
Don't suppose it would help any if I explained to them I'm not homosexual.
Neither are they. They have to be human first. They don't qualify.
The hell does that mean?
If I were you, I'd grow eyes in the back of my head.
Thanks for the advice.
Let's make it an even $10.
10 it is.
How's he actually doing this, though? How's he getting these things in here? I wonder if maybe... I'm starting to think Andy did it. He's just too... Okay. This is what I was saying. I was going to say, I wonder if they work shifts that allows him to import things into the prison. There you go. I didn't get a chance to say it.
Here's your book. Thanks.
I wonder if their numbers have any significance. Like, I haven't been paying attention to what their numbers are, but... Especially with someone like... Oh, no. Stephen King.
Get this in your eyes, it blinds you. Hush.
Lord.
Better that way.
Oh, they're jumping him.
Prison is no fairy tale world. He never said who did it, but we all knew.
Damn.
Every so often, Andy would show up with fresh bruises.
What the hell?
I do believe those first 2 years were the worst for him. And I also believe if things had gone on that
2 years?
this place would have got the best of him. But then in the spring of 1940,
oh,
the powers that be decided that
The roof of the license plate factory needs resurfacing.
He says, sorry to inform you, but your brother just died.
Oh, damn, Byron, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm not. He was an asshole. 35,000. That's what he left me. What do you think the government's gonna do to me? Take a big wet bite out of my ass is what?
Andy, you nuts? Keep your eyes on your mouth, man. Andy.
At the end of the year, you figure the tax wrong, you gotta pay him out of your own pocket. I tell you, Uncle Sam, he puts his hand in your shirt and squeezes your tits.
Hello.
You said Rich, get yourself killed.
Keep talking, no.
Hey! You trust your wife? Oh, that's funny. What I mean is, do you think she'd go behind your back, try to hamstring you?
Because if you do trust her, there's no reason you can't keep that 35,000.
If you want to keep all that money, give it to your wife. The IRS allows a one-time only gift to your spouse for up to $60,000.
Bullshit. Tax-free?
Tax-free. IRS can't touch 1 cent. I suppose I could set it up for you. That would save you some money. You get the forms, I'll prepare them for you. Nearly free of charge.
What are you Jimmy staring at? Back to work.
All I can say about the what's his name?
The convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-style.
The lighting on the scene is great.
The hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
This guy?
The colossal prick even managed to sound magnanimous.
I need him to get a Percy, Wild Bill type conclusion.
Hey, want a cold one, Andy?
This guy's trying to make me like him now.
Chess. And there's a game of kings.
What?
Civilized, strategic.
And a total fucking mystery.
Same.
Well, maybe let me teach you someday.
Sure.
Same. I hate it because I don't know how to play yet.
Hey, you're talking to the right man. I'm the guy that can get things, right?
We might do business on a board. I want to carve the pieces myself. One side in alabaster, the opposing side in soapstone.
I think it'll take years.
The years I got. What I don't have are the rocks.
And we getting to be kind of friends, aren't we? Ask you something. Why'd you do it?
I'm innocent, Red. Just like everybody else here.
I don't believe him anymore. I'm sorry.
What are you in for?
Thank you.
Murder. Same as you.
Innocent.
Only guilty man in Shawshank.
Interesting. Peter Benny? Damn, the scene is dark.
Where's the canary?
It's Ryan Andy.
Nice to hear a woman singing in my house, eh, Johnny?
I said in the last reaction that filmmakers love to reference a love for film in their own films. Last, in The Green Mile, we had like Fred Astaire.
Wait.
I don't know what this one is though.
Here she comes.
Gilda, are you decent?
Me? I understand you're a man that knows how to get things.
Yeah, I'm known to locate certain things from time to time. What do you want?
Rita Hayworth.
What?
Can you get her?
Take a few weeks.
Weeks.
Well, yeah, Andy. I don't have her stuff down in front of my pants right now, I'm sorry to say. But I'll get her.
What do you mean, get her? They mentioned her earlier. Is that Rita Hayworth? Oh, goodness me. Not again. Oh.
Now, I'm gonna open my fly, and you're gonna swallow what I give you to swallow.
You should know that sudden serious brain injury causes the victim to bite down hard. In fact, I hear the bite reflex is so strong, they have to pry the victim's jaws open.
Boggs didn't put anything in Andy's mouth. What they did do is beat him within an inch of his life. Andy spent a month in the infirmary.
Time's up, Boggs.
Is that it? And then he continues to do it over and over again.
Two things never happened again after that. Sisters never laid a finger on Andy again.
Oh!
And Boggs never walked again. They transferred him to a minimum security hospital upstate. To my knowledge, he lived out the rest of his days drinking his food through a straw.
Oh my goodness me. It's the only switch up that made the guards beat up Boggs was a favor that Andy did for them. Or did for that one guy. I can't remember his name.
Also got a big shipment in that week. The most important item. Rita Hayworth herself.
Oh, a poster. I thought they were using Rita Hayworth as a code for something else.
Heads up. Tossing a cell.
Are you allowed to have posters? Something's gonna go wrong here.
Pleased to see you reading this. Any favorite passages?
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh.
But I prefer, I'm the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
John chapter 8, verse 12.
He's actually been reading.
Can't say I approve of this, but I suppose exceptions can be made.
I wonder if the warden's going to end up asking him for a favor as well. I like the mental chess they were playing there with the Bible verses.
God, I'd hate to deprive you of this. Salvation lies within.
Like there were double meanings behind the verses that they gave each other, especially Andy's one to the warden. Oh, right now, looks like what I said was going to happen is happening. Do my taxes for me?
Hey, Jake, where's Brooks?
Andy.
Oh, it's a fully grown. I don't know. Is it a raven? Is it a crow?
Brooks, how long have you been librarian?
Oh, I come here in '05, and they made me librarian in 1912.
All that time, have you ever had
What did he do?
No, not much to it, really.
Why me? Why now?
I don't know.
Dufresne!
I'm Deacons. I was thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
The following April, Andy did tax returns for half the guards at Shawshank.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
The guards on the opposing teams all remembered to bring their W-2s. In fact, it got so busy at tax time, he was allowed a staff.
oh,
Just drop that. Please, Brooks, just calm the fuck down.
wait, I like him now.
Finding outcome.
What did he do?
What are you talking about? Goddammit, it's all talk down. I'm gonna kill his fucking throat.
Did he kill the bird? What did he do?
Brooks, look at me. Put the knife down. Brooks, look at his neck, for God's sake.
It's the only way they let me stay.
Come on, this is crazy.
What? What happened? Did they ask him to? What?
What the hell did you do to set him off anyway?
I didn't do nothing. I come in here to say fairly well. Ain't you heard his parole come through?
Oh.
Brooks ain't no bug. It's just institutionalized.
My ass.
The man's
That's the
been in
whole
here
thing.
50 years. This is all he knows. In here, he's an important man. He's an educated man. Outside, he's nothing.
Fred, I do believe you're talking out of your ass.
No, that's a whole deeper conversation.
But I'm telling you, these walls are funny. First you hate them, then you get used to them. Enough time passes, you get so you depend on them. That's institutionalized.
He has a right to fear reintegration. There's a reason why the rate of reoffending is so high. Is that like metaphorical? It's so weird right now. I feel bad that he's being freed because I'm fearful for this. Look at his age. Like, what is he supposed to do in this new world that he's been out of for 50 years? He had a hobby, basically. He had a job. And now and are his friends alive? Are his loved ones alive? Does he have family?
Dear fellas, I can't believe how fast things move on the outside.
He reminds me of the man from Up.
The parole board got me into this halfway house called The Brewer, and a job bagging groceries at the foodway.
Oh, at least he got a job.
I try to keep up, but my hands hurt most of the time.
Make sure your man double bags. Last time he didn't double bag and the bottom near came out.
Make sure you double bag, like the lady says.
Oh, leave him alone. Sorry to my American viewers. I've never understood why you have people to bag your groceries. That is not a thing in Europe.
Maybe I should get me a gun and rob the foodway so they'd send me home. I could shoot the manager while I was at it, sort of like a bonus. I guess I'm too old for that sort of nonsense anymore.
That's exactly why the rate of reoffending is so high.
I've decided not to stay.
Oh my God, what is he gonna do? What? This thing is not stable.
kick up any fuss. Not for an old crook like me. P.S. Tell Haywood I'm sorry I put a knife to his throat. No hard feelings, Brooks.
You know, I convinced myself he wasn't going to do it because I saw him writing on the wall. I was like, maybe I was mistaken. I got wrong what he was doing.
Should have died in here.
I honestly would have preferred that, which is crazy.
In response to your repeated inquiries, the state has allocated the enclosed funds for your library project. We trust this will fill your needs. We now consider the matter closed. Please stop sending us letters.
I want all this cleared up before the warden gets back.
Good for him, but I'm in a bad mood.
I'm gonna go pinch a loaf. When I come back, this is all gone, right?
Andy, do you hear that?
Brother, turn it off. Are you okay? He's taking his privileges too far. Andrew!
I like to think they were singing about something so beautiful it can't be expressed in words.
It'd be hilarious if it's nothing worth singing about. For all he knows, they could be singing about bread.
Dufresne, open this door! Turn that off!
I'm surprised they haven't smashed the window by now.
I am warning you, Dufresne! Turn that off!
No flipping way. I guess he's so integral to their everyday life in terms of his taxes. He's so useful that they can't punish him when they want to, but...
Andy got 2 weeks in the hole for that little stunt.
On your feet.
They broke the door down before I could take requests.
Was it worth it? 2 weeks in the hole?
Easiest time I ever did. I have Mr. Mozart to keep me company.
So they let you tote that record player down there, huh?
It's in here. In here. That's the beauty of music. They can't get that from you.
I played a mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
You need it so you don't forget.
Forget?
You forget that there are places in the world that aren't made out of stone, that there's something inside they can't get to, that they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. It's got no use on the inside. You better get used to that idea.
He's a pessimist. I'm a pessimist, but not like that. Rejection?
I can honestly say I'm a changed man. No danger to society here. God's honest truth.
Rejected.
Little parole rejection present. Had to go through one of your competitors. I hope you don't mind. I wanted to be a surprise. You gonna play it?
No. Not right now.
It's interesting what Stephen King and Frank Darabont have done with these two movies so far. They both force you to reevaluate the way you look at, criminals. Like, obviously we're in the days of cancellation, even though I don't think cancellation really works the way people think it works. But these are all supposedly men that have, across these two films, that have done some heinous things. I remember someone in the comments pointing out that the books, Green Mile, talk about what Edward Delacroix, like what he did. In the film, I didn't really care. I felt sorry for him. I liked him. Maybe if I knew what he did, I'd hate him. It gets you to think about the way you think about people, humans. Okay.
By Alexandre Dumas. Dumas.
Dumas?
Dumas. You know what that's about? You like it. It's about a prison break.
We'll be able to file that under educational, too.
Behind every dollar earned, there was Andy, keeping the books.
2 deposits.
Oh. If I know Andy, he's been keeping tabs on that for a long time, and he probably knows what number that is, what the code is.
He's got his fingers in a lot of pies from what I hear.
You got scams you haven't even dreamed of. Kickbacks, honest kickbacks. It's a river of dirty money running through this place. I send that money out into the real world, and when it comes back...
Clean as a virgin's honey potter.
Cleaner. By the time Norton retires, I'll have made him a millionaire.
I know you're good, Andy, but all that paper leaves a trail. Now, anybody gets curious,
FBI, IRS, whatever. It's gonna lead to somebody.
Sure it is, but not to me. And certainly not to the warden.
All right, who?
Randall Stevens.
Who?
The silent partner. He's the guilty one, Your Honor. The man with the bank account. If they trace anything, it's just gonna lead to him.
But who is he?
I conjured him out of thin air. He doesn't exist.
Andy, you can't just make a person up.
I'm sure you can.
I mean,
It's amazing what you can accomplish by mail. Mr. Stevens has a birth certificate, driver's license, social security number.
You're shitting me.
If they ever trace any of those accounts, they're gonna wind up chasing a figment of my imagination.
I'm sorry. Andy is too clever. He did that crime.
And the funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's challenging me. To be honest, I mean, if he's as good as he is, maybe he would have gotten away with it. So maybe he actually didn't do it.
Ever bother you?
I don't run the scams, right? I just process the profits. It's a fine line, maybe, but
I wonder if he's funneling some of that money for himself when he eventually gets out. If he gets out. He got 2 life sentences. Oh! I have not seen new entrants, or we have not seen new entrants, since the film started. Oh! Elvis Presley. He looks like someone from Greece.
Young.
Those
Mr.
sideburns
Rock and Roll.
are burning his sides.
You've done a stretching Cashman, right?
Yeah, that was an easy piece of time, let me tell you. Weekend furloughs, work programs, not like here. Yeah, I've been in and out since I was 13. You name the place, chances are I've been there.
perhaps it's time you tried a new profession.
Just thinking maybe trying for my high school equivalency here. You helped a couple fellows with that.
I don't waste time on losers, Tommy.
Ouch!
We do this. We do it all the way. 100%. Nothing half-assed.
Oh, we're starting to get some gray hairs
Thing is,
to show time.
Don't read so good.
Well, you don't read so well.
Before long, Andy started him on his course requirements. He really liked the kid. Gave him a thrill to help a youngster crawl off the shit heap. Others built matchstick houses.
What are these names? I know the names and the little pickaxe and the posters. They have a deeper meaning. But I'm trying to put it together and I can't. He's doing something. I just can't work out what it is.
Wasted a whole fucking year of my time with this bullshit.
It's probably not as bad as you think.
Yeah, it's worse. I didn't get a fucking thing right. Might as well have been in Chinese. 2 points right there. There's your goddamn score. Cats crawling up trees. 5 times 5 is 25. Fuck this place! Fuck it!
Oh.
Feel bad. Let him down. Smart fella, ain't he?
Smart as they come. You're a banker on the outside.
What's he in here for anyway?
Murder.
You wouldn't think it to look at the guy. Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Used them both. What?
Don't tell me he's related.
4 years ago, I was in Thomaston on a 2 to 3 stretch. Stole a car. It's a dumb fuck thing to do. Get a new cellmate in, Elmo Blatch. Big, twitchy fucker. Said he pulled hundreds of jobs. Hard to believe, high strung as he was, he'd cut a loud fart, he'd jump 3 feet in the air.
Get to the damn point.
Talked all the time, too. That's the other thing, he never shut up.
Neither do you.
Jobs he pulled, women he fucked, even people he killed. I say to him, yeah, Elmo, who'd you kill?
Got me this job one time, bussing tables at a country club. So I pick out this guy. He wakes up, gives me shit. So I killed him. Him and this tasty bitch he was with.
Wow. He didn't do it.
This prick, see, this golf pro, but she's married some other guy. Some hotshot banker. And he's the one they pinned it on.
That laugh made me feel a bit ill. Oh my gosh, he's clear.
It's obvious this fellow Williams is impressed with you. He hears your tale of woe and quite naturally wants to cheer you up. But let's say for the moment this Blatch does exist. You think he'd just fall to his knees and cry, "Yes, I did it, I confess. Oh, and by the way, add a life term to my sentence."
With Tommy's testimony, I can get a new trial.
Well, that's assuming Blatch is even still there. Chances are excellent he'd be released by now.
Wouldn't you be so obtuse?
Oh.
What did you call me?
Does he even know what that word
Is it
means?
deliberate?
Son, you're forgetting yourself.
The country club will have his old time cards.
I mean,
Indulge this fantasy, that's your business. Don't make it mine. This meeting is over.
would they want to let him go with what he's doing for them? He's making them a millionaire.
Don't you ever mention money to me again, you sorry son of a bitch. Not in this office, not anywhere. Solitary, a month.
Yes, sir. Hi. What's the matter with you? It's my chance to get out. Don't you see that? It's my life. Don't you understand? It's my life.
They don't want you to get out. He's put himself in a position where he's so valuable to them.
Paxton, Edward. You gonna open it? You're gonna stand there with your thumb up your butt.
Thumb up my butt sounds better. Come on, will you throw that away, please?
Well, shit.
What happened?
Kid passed. C+ average.
Wow. Oh, was that a little smile?
Out here?
That's what the man said.
I don't like that. Why out here? Are they gonna... Is he... I'm scared. I'm shook.
Warden?
Tommy?
Mm-mm. Walking out of the shadow?
We got a situation here. I tell you, son, this thing really came along to knock my wind out. It's got me up nights. That's the truth. The right thing to do. Sometimes it's hard to know what that is. I need your help, son. If I'm gonna move on this, there can't be the least little shred of doubt. I have to know if what you told Dufresne was the truth.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Absolutely.
I've got him wrong.
Would you be willing to swear before a judge and jury?
Oh.
Just give me that chance.
That's what I thought.
I was right. I hate being right. I hate it. There's no way he was going to walk out of the shadows. That's so literal. He's too valuable to them.
I'm sure by now you've heard. Terrible thing. And that young, less than a year to go, trying to escape, broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him. Truly it did. We just have to put it behind us. Move on.
That's why they did it outside, to make it look like he was trying to escape.
Get someone else to run your scales.
Nothing stops. You will do the hardest time there is. No more protection from the guards. I'll pull you out of that one bunk Hilton and cast you down with the sodomites.
How ironic he's still quoting or referencing the Bible as he's doing all of this. You're a sick man.
We'll have us a little book barbecue in the yard. We'll see the flames for miles. We'll dance around it like wild Indians. You understand me? Catching my drift? Or am I being obtuse?
I thought I was going to hate that one guard more than anyone else in this film. But no, it's the warden. The warden wearing the cross. The crucifix.
She was beautiful. God, I loved her. I just didn't know how to show it, that's all. I killed her, Red. I didn't pull the trigger. I drove her away.
That don't make you a murderer. Bad husband, maybe. Feel bad about it if you want to, but you didn't pull the trigger.
Somebody else did. And I wound up in here. You think you'll ever get out of here?
Yeah. One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs, they let me out.
I'll tell you where I'd go. To Watanil.
Where's that?
That's where I want to live the rest of my life. A warm place with no memory.
Say what, Taneo?
Zihuatanejo.
In a place like that, I could use a man that knows how to get things.
I don't think I could make it on the outside, Andy. I've been in here most of my life. I'm an institutional man now. It's like Brooks was. In here, I'm the guy who can get things for you, sure, but outside, all you need is the yellow pages. Hell, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I didn't shoot my wife, and I didn't shoot her lover. Whatever mistakes I made, I paid for them and then some. That hotel, that boat, I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't think you ought to be doing this to yourself, Andy. It's just shitty pipe dreams. I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, right. That's the way it is. Down there, and I'm in here. I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really.
Get out.
Get busy living,
Oh.
or get busy dying. If you ever get out of here, do me a favor.
Sure, Andy.
Big hayfield up near Buxton. You know where Buxton is? It's got a long rock wall with a big oak tree at the north end. It's like something out of a Robert Frost poem. Promise me, Red, if you ever get out, find that spot. At the base of that wall, you'll find a rock that has no earthly business in a Maine hayfield. A piece of black, volcanic glass. There's something buried under it I want you to have.
What, Andy? What's buried under there?
You'll have to pry it up to see.
What's going on?
No, I'm telling you, the guy's talking funny.
Trust me.
He asked me for a length of rope.
Rope?
How was I supposed to know?
Back into my bad books.
Look, we split. Want to get home?
Just about finished, sir. 3 deposits tonight.
Good having you back, Andy. Place wasn't the same without you.
Yuck. You fake ass Steve Martin. Love the lighting though.
I've had some long nights in stir. Alone in the dark with nothing but your thoughts, time can draw out like a blade.
It's a luxury to have a window in a prison. Please. Please.
Man missing on tier 2, cell 245. Dufresne! Get your ass out here, boy. You're holding up the show. Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind. I got a schedule to keep. You better be sick or dead in there, I shit you not.
Oh, my holy God.
Has he escaped? He's escaped. Bring me your love. I've been through this too long.
Start with that friend of his.
Who?
Him.
He's escaped. How did he do it? What is the relevance of everything? The posters, the chest, the pickaxe?
Am I blind, Hay?
No, sir.
What about you? You blind?
Last night's count.
Mm-hmm. You see Dufresne's name there? I sure do. See, right there. Dufresne.
The warden looks like an actor. I can't think who it is. It's not Steve Martin. It's someone else.
I want him found. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast. Now.
Yes.
It's the dad from Schitt's Creek.
Well, what?
I see you two all the time. You're thick as thieves, you are. He must have said something.
Also, Warden. Not a word.
Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Nothing left but some damn rocks on the windowsill. Big damn conspiracy! And everyone's in on it! Including her.
Is that big enough for a man? That's giving me... I have claustrophobia.
In 1966,
No
Andy
flipping
Dufresne
way.
escaped from Shawshank prison. All they found of him was a muddy set of prison clothes, a bar of soap,
Oh, he was the...
and an old rock hammer, damn near worn down to the nub. Old Andy did it in less than 20.
He was the last... Was he writing his name? Was I right? He was the last cell.
Geology is the study of pressure and time. That's all it takes, really. pressure.
It wasn't intentional. He wasn't trying to escape, I don't think. Was he?
Turns out, Andy's favorite hobby was toting his wall out into the exercise yard. A handful at a time.
Look at your split. Want to get home?
I'm just about finished, sir.
Was this always his plan? He asked for the Hayward poster, or what's her name, Rita poster, pretty early.
Three deposits tonight.
Andy did like he was told. Buffed those shoes to a high mirror shine.
I'm trying to figure out whether he found out the wall was cheap crap as he was scratching his name, or whether he always intended to do it.
Really look at a man's shoes.
Oh my God. I've watched too many things about people getting stuck in caves. It's a shame he couldn't take Red with him. What is that? Oh, he's waiting for the thunder.
Andy crawled to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine. Or maybe
I mean, freedom or a bit of poo. He's an absolute genius. Bankers aren't this smart. He looked like Leonardo DiCaprio in that scene.
The next morning, right about the time Raquel was spilling her little secret, a man nobody ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank. Until that moment, he didn't exist, except on paper.
May I help you?
Oh my goodness.
Proper ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and the signature was a spot-on match.
I must say, I'm sorry to be losing your business.
Oh my goodness.
Would there be anything else?
Please, could you add this to your outgoing mail?
I'd be happy to.
Oh my goodness. In a way, I was right. He was funneling money for himself.
In the Portland area that morning.
Not in the way I thought.
Blue Town with better than $370,000 of Warden Norton's money. Severance pay for 19 years.
To the police. The local precinct.
Good morning, Portland Daily View.
Oh no, it's the news. Hold it. Hold it. Has he like highlighted a verse for him or something like that? Please. Dear Warden, you were right. Salvation lay.
Byron Hadley, you have the right to remain
Lovely.
silent.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with it either.
I hear Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away.
Why didn't they show it? I want to see that. They moved on to the next person.
Samuel Orton, we have a warrant for your arrest. Open up.
I thought he was gonna shoot himself. He wants to shoot the first person that comes in the door like there's not 50 of them. Oh, never mind.
Carter, James.
Not long after the warden deprived us of his company, I got a postcard in the mail. It was blank, but the postmark said,
Zintanawai.
Cobb, Texas.
Oh.
Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side.
Oh.
Sometimes it makes me sad, though. Andy being gone.
Mm.
I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. The part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. But still, the place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone. I guess I just miss my friend.
Oh, is this how we're gonna end it? I dare you to say rejected. I will flip this table right now.
If I'll say you've served 40 years of a life sentence, you feel you've been rehabilitated?
Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
Oh, he stopped playing that game.
To me, it's just a made-up word, a politician's word, so that young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job. Am I sorry for what I did?
Well, are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated, it's just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit.
He's done with it all. Ah! That's what I needed. Come on. We need to get to, where is it? Zimbabwe. What? I can't remember. Let's go.
There's a harsh truth to face. No way I'm gonna make it on the outside. All I do anymore is think of ways to break my parole. So maybe they'd send me back.
No, don't do this.
Terrible thing to live in fear.
Wait, Andy told you to go to the tree.
All I want is to be back where things make sense, where I won't have to be afraid all the time. Only one thing stops me. A promise I made to Andy.
Thank you.
Look, Blythe.
Andy's crazy for making this old man walk this far. Woo! We'll take that.
If you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you?
I don't.
Say what's in there.
That's the one.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you, and the chessboard ready. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping that this letter finds you, and finds you well. Your friend, Andy.
Nuh-uh.
Get busy living?
Or get busy dying.
That's goddamn right. For the second time in my life, I'm guilty of committing a crime. Parole violation. But they'll toss up any roadblocks for that. Not for an old crook like me.
Fort Hancock, Texas, please.
They didn't have ankle monitors back then.
I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dream. I hope.
Oh my. Oh, here's Alan Green. That is genuinely one of the most satisfying. Oh my gosh, I just put together who Clancy Brown is. At the start of the movie, see, I'm jumping from place to place. At the start of the movie, I was like, Clancy Brown. I know the name, but I couldn't think about who that is. Clancy Brown was the prison guard that I hated. the prickish one. And he's in a bunch of other things, but most recently, he was in The Penguin. He was Maroni. Sorry, back to what I was saying. That's one of the most satisfying movies I've ever watched, like full stop. That conclusion was so satisfying. I feel in a completely different place to when I finished watching The Green Mile. If you're here from my reaction from then, you would know after that. I was just, I was exhausted emotionally. I was tired. I feel joyful. I feel motivated. And I didn't think I'd feel that way, especially with the death of Brooks and Tommy. But we'll get into that. You know, I said in the beginning that I knew this was going to be about prison escape. And I was kind of annoyed that I knew that, but it's going to be like that for a few movies that I'm going to be watching simply because those movies are all timers and juggernauts and things about those movies. You tend to hear things over time. Like whenever I've been, I mean, there's other media, I don't want to use the word content, films, TV shows that I've explored. Prison Break, and so naturally you hear the name Shawshank Redemption brought up in these conversations. And I thought knowing that small detail, it's kind of a big detail, but I thought knowing that might ruin my experience of watching this movie. But they did well enough that, first of all, even though I was seeing little hints and mentions there, like, you know, there was a book they were reading that was to do with a prison escape and various things, I couldn't work out what exactly he was trying to do. You know, you had the posters, you had the pickaxe. The pickaxe was a thing where I was like, okay, but clearly he's not building a tunnel. Well, I mean, very clearly he was. But as much as I didn't put together the posters and the pickaxe. I can't judge whether I'm being slow to not pick up on that, given I knew that information, or whether they just did really well. I think they did really well because I'm going to give myself some credit. But the other reason I say that it didn't really matter that I knew that is this is the prison escape is just a metaphor. It's really just a metaphor for everything else in this film, and this film is really about the hope that is within us and using that to escape from prisons, but not in the literal sense. Literally, more so any kind of confinement that you find yourself in mentally, spiritually, or even physically. Like whether that's people finding themselves in a state of mind where, let's just use an example, a career or a job that you absolutely hate and that is ruining your life and that you are not enjoying, but you've become so comfortable in the atmosphere, in the routine, you've become so dependent on the income that you have, so dependent on, you have a structure of authority there that you almost don't want to defy by even saying that you want more for yourself. And so you find yourself in a situation like, you find yourself being a red. Like, what is the point? Let me just live this out until I'm essentially dead. And this movie is essentially saying, no, be an Andy. Find what is within you that's going to motivate you out of that situation that you find yourself in. This movie obviously has a big relationship with faith that was pretty clear from the jump. And there's a few scriptures here and there. So for some people, that's going to be their faith, their religion. And that's going to be what they're going to hope onto to get themselves out of a certain situations. For other people, it might be music. They reference that in the film as well. It's like find that joy within you, that spark within you that gives you life to get yourself out of any mental, physical, spiritual imprisonment that you find yourself in. That's what I took from this movie. And then on top of it, there's this relationship between Andy and Red, which I didn't really see. I knew it was going to be, I knew they were going to have some sort of relationship, but I wasn't expecting the brotherhood. Like at the end of the film, when Red just says something, I just miss my friend. I was like, oh, I was not expecting that to hit like that. Something I really enjoy about this film is also how they give us different examples of how people deal with this imprisonment, this confinement. You've got Brooks. Brooks. The story of Brooks is so sad, but literally Brooks, he lives his life here. He's here for how many 50 years. He becomes so accustomed to it, so dependent on it that when he's finally freed, or rather in a way, like he hasn't escaped. He's been let go without his own choice. He's not ready, and he simply can't hack it because he became so dependent on the thing that was confining him. It's almost a bit of Stockholm syndrome. So sad, and it's realistic as well. Like I kept mentioning, the rate of reoffending in real life is so high. A lot of the time, people simply don't care, and they are happy to go back because they found comfort. They built a life. They built, I don't know, authority, routine in prison, and so they're almost like, yeah, I'm going to continue doing what I want because this life outside, like I can't sustain a job. I can't sustain relationships. This world has changed. It's different. I don't know how to operate. Let me go back to the place where I'm comfortable and where I'm familiar with my surroundings. You have Red, who's kind of similar in that he's become institutionalized and he's happy to be there. Luckily, he has Andy, who on the other hand he finds the hope in him. I don't think he came in, or he didn't come in. I'm pretty sure that he came just to serve out his sentence. Figured out that wall was actually weaker, probably because that prison is too cheap and they never get funding. So clearly that wall is made out of, I don't know, baked beans. When he hears that line about salvation lies within, yeah, it does. And I'm gonna free myself. And he shares that with Andy he shares that with Red, and he's able to pull Red out of that same situation as well. Because I mean, without the hope that he shares with Red, Red probably ends up in a situation like Brooks if he doesn't have an Andy. And then you've got Tommy. I mean, you can pretty much say Tommy's institutionalized as well. But we hear that he's jumping from prison to prison. He's got a wife and child outside. But you see when he comes in, he's so happy to be sharing his stories about why he keeps ending up in this system, in this prison, in this routine. Again, in a different way, but he's institutionalized. And again, without Andy, he doesn't see a hope for a brighter future. He needed that kick up the ass by Andy to finally get himself looking for more. And then that stupid prison warden, Deuces, by the way. Let's not even get into that. I would love to learn more about Stephen King's relationship with faith. It seems he has quite a complex relationship with Christianity, but he loves to explore themes of themes from the Bible in his films. I'm pretty sure if I've read correctly, that he's agnostic, but I would love to know whether this is in even more of his films outside of these two as well. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the story, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it for what we literally saw, but also the themes, motifs that were, running the engine in the background of this film. In terms of performances, great. Both Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins, I said in that one scene when he was in the rain that he reminded me of Leonardo DiCaprio. But I mean, even his performance, it's just very reminiscent of those. DiCaprio has these kind of like quiet performances. Like even the way he speaks sometimes, it's just like, yeah, I wanted to know. And do you get what? He's very reminiscent, in both looks with the hair, but also in his performance. It was just very reminiscent of DiCaprio. And that's a compliment, by the way. It's like a quiet intensity. Oh my gosh! And by the way, at the start of this film, I also said, am I supposed to know who Tim Robbins is? I'm literally watching season 2 of Silo right now. And until I Googled Tim Robbins and saw current pictures of him, I had no idea that is the same guy. That's Bernard from Silo. Just to finish up, cinematography was great. I'm really enjoying this period where I'm doing some backward viewing. I haven't really done this in the past, watch films that were really, in essence, before my conscious time, I'd say. But I'm enjoying exploring the cinematography from this period, especially the lighting. The lighting specifically in this film in certain shots, I liked a lot. The only critique, and it's not even really a critique I can give, is because at the end of the day, I didn't care. I haven't really cared. Is that Frank Darabont definitely enjoys stretching out his third act. Like he loves to drain the story for every inch of or every milliliter of juice that he can. Like, there's always a point in these films where I'm like, oh, it almost fades to black, and I'm like, oh, the story's done. Oh wait, no, we still got like 15 minutes. I really didn't mind it here because, like I said, that conclusion I found extremely satisfying. Is that consistent with Frank Darabont movies? I'd be interested to know, but it definitely is the case with The Green Mile and with The Shawshank Redemption. That's a good film, man. That's a good film. It makes sense why people call it their GOAT. I would not fight it at all. Love the message, love the performances. I know people want me to watch The Mist. That's supposed to be like the Darabont trilogy. I'm going to wait a bit on that one just because we've got so many other things to watch. But we will absolutely get there sometime. But at the moment, for me, it's Shawshank Redemption and then The Green Mile. Where The Mist is going to fit in, I've heard that film is even more. Well, I think it's the most controversial out of the three. I don't know why. I have no idea what the story is. I've heard the name of The Mist before, but that one is literally the same as The Green Mile. I have no clue what I'm going to watch, so it will be interesting watching that. Guys, let me know what you thought about this movie. Let me know any behind the scenes things that maybe I haven't picked up. Tell me about things I haven't picked up on in this film. Did I ignore anything? Were there any signs I didn't pick up on? I don't know. Let me know. I've enjoyed this. Guys, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.